Hello, and welcome back to the Polished and Powerful podcast. My name is Jerica Rose, your host. Today, I'm going to be talking about when your body still panics, even when you're safe. Like, even when you're in a safe household, in a safe relationship, sometimes your body still panics, even when you are feeling safe. So, if you don't know what PTSD is, it's post traumatic stress disorder. That can literally be connected to your nervous system, your mental, and all of that plays a part. So you can be in the most beautiful home, relaxing space, but if your body still feels like it's trapped in the past or it's in panic mode, that means that you still need to do some healing. You need to heal your nervous system. So if you stick with me to the end, I will be giving you 3 tips or 3 ways how to release that panic mode when you're in a safe environment. Because sometimes, like when I'm out in public, like at the grocery store, sometimes I'll get like my heart starts to race. Or sometimes, like when I be driving to, because I live in Virginia, and I'll take trips to DC sometime, which is about 30 minutes away from where I'm currently at. I'll take trips out there to DC with my man, and sometimes, like, I could be driving and my heart just be racing. So, mind you, I had got pulled over by the police before going towards DC. So my body remembers everything. So if you don't know about your nervous system or, trying to heal it, it's because mainly your body is still trapped in the past, but you can unlearn that and you can treat your body and train it to tell it that you are safe. So I'm going to give you 3 tips that I use till this day to release that panic panic mode in my body. So, if you don't already know, I landed in trauma therapy last year in October. When I got there, I was so nervous. I was already having a panic attack because she was asking me so many questions. And I feel like I was just getting interrogated, and I don't like getting interrogated. I don't like when people ask me so many damn questions. So, she was just trying to get me to open up, and I love that lady. I miss her. I am probably gonna go back and see her one of these days because that lady literally changed my life. Like, she was a God fearing woman. She had, like, when I walked in there, she always had like this. It was like such a vibe. She had like, it was her office in the, because I went through the county, so it was like this big ass brick building. And when I went in there, everybody just looked like they were just like on something. But I didn't care. Like, that's where I stopped judging people too, because I realized when I landed in there too, everybody had mental issues, or it was just something going on personal with them that they couldn't talk about it at home. So I advise you to get therapy if you can't talk about what you're going through with somebody else. That's a big thing that I talk about on this channel, is healing your nervous system, making sure that you feel safe at all times. I'm not talking about like around actual danger. I'm talking about in safe environments, but your mind is playing tricks on you, or your body's telling you that you feel like you want to panic. I had to go see her weekly. So when I got into that office, she had like a beautiful setup. She had like an aroma mixed with some like lavender scent. So I was already like, okay, she's already about to set the mood or whatever. But mind you, I'm already on edge because I don't know what she's gonna ask me, what I've been through. But I let her know, that I've been through some mental and verbal abuse relationships. I told her that my mom, she's not really a listening ear like I want her to be. I told her that I was gonna have fear of people judging me. I told her that my confidence was shot. I was really being real with her. I told her that I was dating this guy, and we would smoke weed together, and we would just be hanging out, partying, not doing like all these other type of, drugs or anything. Like, no, it wasn't nothing like that. But I just feel like I was always on go. I don't know why it was, but it was just, I just thought I was safe with him. And when it got to the point where I was always like fighting him, arguing with him, and we were just like trying to do like little stuff to get money just to smoke. Yes, it was getting that deep. But yeah, I also told her that a lot of men I just didn't trust. I was scared to get in really close with a man at that point too. But mind you, I was in a relationship too at this time when I went to therapy, and just stuff I just couldn't tell my man because first of all, I didn't want him to judge me, and I just wasn't ready. So we had to see each other every single week, and she also had me write down some questions to help me process my emotions, like from point A to point B. Like, why do you feel stuck? Okay, let's get unstuck. It was that type of thing. So I was a little shook, I was a little shook. And it's crazy because throughout those whole 16 weeks, it was from October 2024 to December 2024. Throughout those whole 16 weeks, I think it was 16, 8 to 16 weeks, one of those numbers, I didn't tell my mom about none of this shit. None of the stuff I was talking to my therapist about. Like, she didn't even ask me, she didn't even care to be like, why you can't tell me anything. Like, she just didn't care. And I have a daughter now, so I'm never going to treat my daughter that way. Like, I want her to be really open, honest, and raw with me. I don't care what it is. And I was just never that way with my mom. And she always asked me, like, why you never, open up to me or talk to me about certain things. It's just because her energy, and it's like she gives off this judgy vibes too, and I don't like that, especially if I am a first time mom too, when I became a first time mom. But anywho, she gave me a whole bunch of questions and she taught me how to process my emotions. So she also asked me what do I do outside of like not hanging out, or like what do I like to do for fun? So I told her, like, I just like to chill, watch Netflix series with my man, and just like to be at peace, honestly. I spent the last couple of years or in my 20s living in survival mode, trying to run the streets and just trying to just be like, okay, what is the next person doing and who's over there? Oh, I'm over there too. Like, where's the invite? So that type of thing. It was just a lot. So I'll be staying so close to the people that I love at this moment because, mind you, this society will trick you out of what you really need to be doing in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like hanging outside, okay, whoop de whoop, ooh, we be outside, but at the end of the day, you still gotta go back home to yourself. You still gotta lay yourself in the bed. You still gotta be with yourself when you wake up in the morning. And if you feel empty, then that means what? It just wasn't a good deal. So be mindful of the company you keep, because a lot of people, your environment, they will land your ass in therapy and ain't nobody gonna sit with you. So just be careful of who you keep around you. So very important. I need to take a sip of that. I got some soda in my cup. Back to what I was saying. Trauma therapy was a lot. So I am going to give you those 3 tips like I promised, and make sure you hit a like if you are enjoying this video. That way I can come with more content for you, because you show up for me, I show up for you. And that's just how it works, because we need more love in this world. But my first tip is I started naming everything out loud. So if you're in a environment and your body's telling you, like, you can feel it, you can literally feel it, chest tight, or it'll be like an inside feeling, not like butterflies, but it'll be like a nervous system feeling, like you'll feel it. So the first tip I want to leave with you is to name what's happening out loud, so your brain will stop filling the blanks. Because if you let your brain spiral, like, oh my gosh, what is happening? It might not be all over your face, but you could tell something's going on the inside. Like, mind you, it is a December 1st, 2025. We just had a family gathering for Thanksgiving. Prime example, I'm sitting on the couch. So I'm sitting in the living room about to eat my food, and I don't know, something like came over me, like my body just started to react different. And I had to literally say what was on the TV because I think Packers and some football game was on. So I was like, oh, okay. We watching football, but I had played it off because I didn't want nobody to like make it seem like something was wrong with me. But my body was just telling me like there's certain people around that your body is not liking. You know what I'm saying? Because your body holds trauma if you don't know that either. So that's why I say you have to heal your nervous system and unlearn certain things so you can feel better. But yeah, I was sitting there, we were watching the football game, and girl, I was like, I feel like I was having a panic attack. Like, I feel like I had to go outside. You know, I had to finish my food, but everything was okay. But it's just that certain people are around me, you know, and I'm on this healing journey. So certain things I just don't want to react to anymore or just like associate with. So that's tip number one. Name something out loud. What's happening around you? Like literally saying, my body is trying to protect me. This is just a trauma response. So say out loud, this is a trauma response, or mumble it. You know, go to the side if you're with people. That way you can instantly click. You know, to tell your brain like, okay, it's okay. You know, this is you're out of the trap cycle. So second thing I do is I stopped trying to think my way out of it. Like back to the Thanksgiving thing. Like I had to tell my body it's okay. I didn't want to overthink. I didn't want to make nobody feel awkward. I was just like, okay. No, I had to tell myself it's okay. You know, girl, we about to eat some good food. We about to, you know, play cards, whatever. It just be like that. And I just don't feel safe around certain people. And that just is what it is. So if you don't feel safe around a certain member, it's okay. You know, there's no need to be ashamed about it. Just tell your body that you're going to be okay and take your ass to therapy if you need to. Just like I did. So that's the second thing. So ground my body first and then not try to think my way out of it. So yeah, it interrupts the cycle. It interrupts the spiral. And the third thing, give yourself proof of safety. So touch, sound, what do you smell? What do you see? Like say it out loud. Something you're nervous. So what do you see? What do you touch? What do you see out loud? So it's something that your nervous system can't argue with. Because of course you can't see your nervous system, but you can feel it deeply, 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 deeply. So I talk about a lot of that on this channel. So like and also comment your biggest takeaway, your biggest tip. That way I can know that this is helping you and yeah, we show up for each other. Also subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel because I upload episodes every single week. And yeah, we're going to do this thing together. We're going to unlearn and we're going to relearn how to do this thing the right way because I'm 31 years old. I have two children. One is 3 and one is 11. And I am unlearning some things that I just don't want to carry on or pass down to my children. And I'll be damn sure if anybody or myself try to wreck my kids' nervous system. Like it's already a bunch of bullshit in this world and bullshit they put in the food and bullshit they put in the media and on the news. So I try my best to keep my kids safe in a safe environment and in a safe like home, like when they could feel it though, like not yelling at them all the time, snapping on them and making them feel like they are like done something super wrong when it's so small. Like, you know, you don't want to wreck your kids' nervous system either because then they're gonna grow up like, oh my gosh, I was in a chaotic household. That was my third tip, is to give yourself proof of safety. So look around the room and name 5 common things you see. So you could just name it out and that way your nervous system can't argue with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel safe now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment your biggest takeaway. So yeah, we can get this thing going. So the first tip is name what's happening around you. So if you are in a chaotic or if you're not even in a chaotic place, name what's around you out loud. That way it'll interrupt that cycle. And the second tip is stop trying to think your way out of it. You know, just feel it all, feel it all, feel it all. And like I said, take your ass to therapy if you need to. And the third tip I do or suggest, you know, that I've done is I look around the room and I name 5 common things I see or I smell or I taste out loud. That way, if your chest gets tight, you can instantly calm down. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it takes practice, and you can also do the breath work or grounding yourself to help your nervous system. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That way I can keep coming back with some fire for you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.